Welcome back to Beauty Business Mindset Podcast. It is me, your host, Celeste, here to help you out in your beauty business and moving past your mindsets. And today, I just wanted to let you know before we start this episode, which is going to be super important and impactful. I think it is one of my top 5 most impactful podcasts just in the value-driven content for you. I did want to share with you guys. So I have been fortunate, and last year I was able to be a part of Digital Course Academy with Amy Porterfield, and she helped me so much more than just a digital course. It was just how to really learn the tech step by step behind automating, like having a digital business with digital products. And I was able to use that in my business, and it has helped me out tremendously in so many more areas than just a course. So right now she's doing a free masterclass from Amy Porterfield. You can sign up through my link. If you actually sign up through my link, I will get a notification. The first 5 people that sign up, I will go ahead and give you as a gift, as a thank you to you, a free template, how to create your own freebie. It's a PDF guide telling you how you can create it on your own. So you can get that by just signing up to the free masterclass for Amy's class, which starts on Tuesday. She has different times and different days for you to sign up if you're looking into that. And also if you sign up for DCA through my link as well, which I will have up this week. I'm going to have additional bonuses to support you throughout your whole experience doing Digital Course Academy. For the first 10 people, I'm going to be offering group coaching as well as one-on-one support every 2 weeks with me. We'll get on a call to make sure for 30 minutes to make sure that you're moving forward and getting your product and getting your business going up to launch your own digital product that you've been wanting to, your own digital education. If you are looking to get into the digital education space or online education, I totally recommend it. It's totally free. And I am so happy to be one of her affiliates this year as well. You can sign up at celestestylist.com. So let's get started with today's episode. Okay, this is going to ruffle some feathers, but hey, it's what we need to talk about today. What are you willing to do for the success of your life? What are you willing to do to obtain the goals that you want to reach? What are you willing to do? Or are you just in business to do what you want to do? So that's what we're going to talk about today. This comes from, I love something that Gary Vee says. And he says, be in the dirt, enjoying the journey. I think it's so important that more than just doing things, that we really learn how to enjoy the journey of things. And being in the dirt for me, as coming from the beauty background, it was grabbing the broom when I had to. So are you willing to grab the broom, or is your ego the one driving your business? That's what we're going to talk about today. Just giving you the preface and forewarning of this, that it's going to be it's going to pull some strings for some people. It did for me as well. And I hope all these tools help you see where you need to just do the work and just do it and get in there, versus are you just wanting to do what you want to for yourself, or are you really focused on your success? So let's get started. One of the biggest misconceptions is that some people are just lucky. And it has to do a lot different, how we grew up. And I don't know how you grew up or how I grew up. We all have different upbringings and cultural backgrounds. And I know that is true. But in business, we got into business because for most of us, we come from a helping, serving heart. Okay, so there was something that we saw in the industry that we decided to be in, or the business that we decided to launch, that we saw that was missing. Okay, and within all the social media, that needs to be done, and all the tech coming out, and all the shiny objects that are coming out every single day at us, we tend to get lost into behind our why and your purpose in your business. So what is your purpose of your business? Why did you get into this business is my question to you. There's different values that people go into this business, and none of them are wrong. Some people just want to make more money, and it just seems like an easy way to make money. Some people really want to create impact in business through doing this service type of, like, for example, we're in the beauty service. So, do a beauty service, being able to really help somebody out, to really motivate them and uplift their confidence through a service that you provide. And some people just because you want to. Some of us have bigger aspirations and dreams. You have your own meaning of success. You know what success means to you in life. You know what success means to you in your business, in your relationships, and every single thing that you do in life. You have a meaning of what success or happiness or wealth or abundance means to you. And that's personal to you. So after this episode, I would really recommend getting out the piece of paper and writing all this stuff. Even if this episode makes you mad or Celeste, so annoying, I want you to write things down, what it makes you feel. And afterwards, after you let everything out, don't judge anything, let it all out, see what really comes through. I always like to go back after a journal and highlight key points, because it tells me a lot of my subconscious when I start writing what's really hiding in, underneath all my feelings. And it really helps me move forward and become a better human and move forward in business as well. So why am I telling you all this, and why is it important to you? Nobody talks that to get to where you want to be, you're going to need to do things that are uncomfortable to you. Go live every single Friday. And sometimes I'll be at birthday parties with my friends. I'll be at going out to dinner. I'll be at different spots of my house. It doesn't matter. I just make it happen. And it's really impromptu. I just go with okay, today I want to talk about, for example, moving past, you're not good enough. And I'll just do it. That's how my life impromptu works. But I've had, lots of years of practice, and I've had lots of years of, coaching. I still get coached, and it's amazing. And I love it because I still work with Tiffany, and she's an amazing coach for me. She has really pushed me to go beyond my comfort level. You probably wouldn't assume that just watching me on video. You probably would think it would come naturally, and I really like talking to myself or talking to other people on camera. All that took practice, and it took me getting out of my own way. I did a post this week, and this is to inspire you if you're shy or you're introverted. I hope this inspires you that, we are who we are. There's stuff that is just part of the person that we are. And that is totally okay. But we are allowed to evolve and grow if we want to, and if we need to. And for me, it was a need. I wanted to get out there. I need to share my message. So I do podcasts out of my cell phone. I do videos out of it. And it's not for me. It's for you. It's for the people that listen to this podcast. It's for the women, the DMs that I get on my Instagram that nobody gets to see or ever read except for myself. That's why I do it. It's for the impact to helping somebody else that they can do it too. And seeing their growth is what motivates me every single time when I don't want to do a live. Every single time when I don't feel like it, when I don't want to, when I feel unmotivated or like I'm not enough. That's what keeps me going day by day, because it has nothing to do with me. It has a bigger purpose outside of me. So my question to you is, are you doing things in your business because you want to? Or are you willing to do the things that you need to do to grow? To go after your passions, to go after your dreams, to accomplish whatever success, abundance, and wealth means to you. And I'm sharing this because I was the little girl in school that wouldn't raise her hand because she was so shy. That's how shy I was. I was the girl in junior high, 7th grade that got bullied, that most of the time spent her time in the bathroom. That's true. That's not a lie, guys. And it makes me sad thinking about it now, but it makes me realize also how strong I have become and why I'm so opinionated and why I have such a strong personality. Which it may come good with some people, and some people, they don't like it, and that's totally okay. It has helped me build boundaries, but I needed to push myself out to the world. I needed to push beyond my limiting beliefs and what people try to put me down, because I need to help other women like myself. I need to help other humans like myself, that we can do it and we can accomplish our goals. So and needing to, like in wanting to grow my business, in wanting to expand, you're going to need to do things that are uncomfortable to you. So I think there's really like it's very simple, and I know it's probably not going to sound simple to you, but it's just really action driven. You either decide, when you decide not to do something, you're taking the action to stay where you're at. When you take the action of doing it imperfectly and messy and do it anyways, you're taking the action to move forward. And the final decision comes down to you. Like, what are you willing to do to get out there? And so today I'm going to talk about 3 different things that you can do in your business, to help you move past that, and 1 thing for your mindset to think about. So let's get to it. Number 1, where is your client at? Not what you like to do. I do not like TikTok. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. Okay. So I don't like it. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't come natural to me. I just really don't understand the platform. People are like, oh, you need to be yourself. I'm like, I am myself, but it's just weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. Doesn't matter. It's not what I want. It's about my business. My clients, my audience is on there, so I need to be on there. I'm not posting as constantly as I should, and that's the decision I'm making, which I know is hindering my growth. But I'm going to start pushing myself to do it imperfectly and show up, even if I get told, hey, that's the wrong sound, or hey, that looks, this and that, like all the unwanted opinions. I'm still going to do it, even if I don't get it, even if I don't like it, because it's what I need to do to, expand and go beyond my comfort zone to grow my message and to be able to impact more lives. So, TikTok. If you're not on there, get on there, girl. It's an amazing platform. That's where a lot of people are, and it's gonna be what I've heard from some of my coaches, and just from hearing from some very knowledgeable people, they assume probably the next year the audience is gonna be switching up. Okay. So it's not only going to be just for young people. It's starting to switch a lot. So just keep a lookout, because we know Instagram and Facebook has been down lately, but it's a still great way to grow your business. Number 2, LinkedIn. I know. You're like, what, Celeste? Trust me. I'm not a fan of LinkedIn either, but I've been actually spending time there. So shout out to Gary Vee. I like to listen to his podcast, and he was talking about LinkedIn is a lot of organic reach. I'm not gonna lie, even just from doing a story, I'll get like 6 more views. From doing a post, I'll get like 20 more views and in my profile. And it's just like, you know what? He's right. I've been playing with it the past week. Just in the past 8 days, I've been doing it, and just kind of seeing the different notifications on what's doing for my account. So I actually got a call out of just the post that I did. Somebody noticed I changed my profile. So I just think it's so important that, Gary always says, and it's something that I always practice in my own life. It's not about what I want to do, it's what we got to do. And we got to get, go back to the dirt, go back to square one, and just do whatever it takes, And so for that, I'm going back to LinkedIn. I actually kind of enjoy it a little bit more than TikTok. So I'm like, you know what? I think I may just be going all in on LinkedIn instead of TikTok, because I'm still going to do TikTok. I just don't get it. And that's just me. Number 3, in regards to business, what are you willing to do to put your ego aside? Okay, so I know that one's going to really strike a chord in some people, but I'm telling you this from Celeste, from the person, the human side. I'm about to do something in the next, I think it's next to me, and it's stuck. And they said there's 2 things that you can trade, and it's either your time or your money. Which one you're willing to trade? For me, right now being at home, I think it'll be good to kind of just get out of the house as well, and being able to trade in my time and save some money, I think would be awesome. And also being able to socialize and seeing how, being able to interact with other humans that has nothing to do with hair or none of this stuff or business, just regular interaction. I think it'll be helpful for me for 2 days to do that, and getting along a certification. So that's what I mean. Like, you have to be, there's things in business that are going to require you to do both of those things. And for me, it's never about my ego. I am not ego driven to where I'm like, I'll never pick up a broom. I do that in my house. I freaking sweep every day, 3 times a day, because my kids, they leave crumbs everywhere. So what's the difference? For me, there is no real big difference, except that, now I'm getting a benefit out of it, and I get to go interact with people and learn something that I need to for, one of my businesses. So I just think it's so important that we don't just allow our ego to drive everything, or what are people going to think. Who cares? One of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my own life has been that people are going to talk whether you do good or bad, so do what's best for you. It's a really big driving force for me in my life. Not everybody likes me, and that's okay. Not everybody in my family, I'm not close to everybody, and that's okay. And it is what it is. I don't take it personal. We all get the choice. For me in life, we all get choices to see who we spend our energy with, and who we want to be aligned with. And I take that very seriously, and it's okay. So, sometimes you're going to have to do things that are outside your comfort zone. And lastly, to end this episode, number 4, as I park, number 4 is going to be for our mindset. We are always constantly evolving. And there's nothing wrong with growth. There's nothing wrong with evolving. And there's nothing wrong with following all your passions. So I want to share this because I don't know if you guys have seen, there's lots of different influencers and really smart business people in the world. And a lot of them, if you notice, they talk about everything. They'll have different guests on their shows. They'll talk about food. They show their food. They talk about business. They talk about all kinds of businesses, not just one niche, and that's becoming a big thing and trend right now. It's something that I've done in my business forever. And I love it because I'm like, finally, there's a way where I can put it all in one place. And, and have certain spots when I want to be super specific that go through it. So, for example, like my Sonoma Mobile Lounge has its own website. Celeste Stylist has its own website. And there's something that's coming soon this month that has its own site because it's very specific just to that. I only want to talk about those things in those each specific areas because that's what makes sense to me. And, so far my intuition usually is pretty good about that. But I'm sharing this because we need to move past what other people are doing. It's so important that you get laser focused to what feels right and aligned with you. So as we end today's episode, my question to you is, what feels aligned to you? Like, what would make you happy? I did not expect to stop doing hair right now at this time. I didn't expect all these changes to happen so rapidly for me. But I'm making the best out of it. I'm innovating. People say that shows resilience. I'm being scrappy. People tell me all kinds of things, but for me, I am moving forward. And it may not make sense for people. People may think, oh, what's she doing? Or she's trying everything. No, it makes sense to me. It makes perfect, complete sense in my mind. And that's all that matters. It makes sense to my audience. That's all that matters. It's bringing in clients. It's bringing in income from working from home. That's all that matters because it's working for me. It doesn't matter that somebody thinks I'm crazy. It doesn't matter that somebody doesn't agree with it or that other people are not doing it. It's not about anybody else. It's about what's the driving force behind it. I'm creating impact. I'm helping other women. I'm helping other businesses to grow as well. I'm helping them evolve. I'm helping them innovate. I'm helping them automate their systems. And just seeing the transformation, it's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. And I got to experience yesterday, and I loved it. Hearing my clients, what they say, seeing their smile, seeing that relief and that big weight off their shoulders be released as we published a website, as we finished something that they needed for their business to automate it. That's what brings joy to me in my heart. And that's what my driving force is impact. I'm also creating income, and I'm doing it in a way that's authentic and genuine to me. So remember, you're allowed to grow. You're allowed to follow different passions, and it's not about what everybody else is doing or what our neighbor is doing. There's room for all of us to grow. There's room for all of us to glow on and offline. And there is this beautiful thing called boundaries. There's this beautiful thing called evolution, and we're allowed to evolve throughout our lives. You're probably not the same person you were 10 years ago. There's probably some big significant changes that have happened in your life. So just think about that. So much love. I'll see you next week. Bye, love.